This time we're going to talk about backtracking, okay? So this is a way that you can sort of train yourself to understand algebra, but we don't actually use this past year 8. So we use it in year 7 and 8 to try and help you learn how to do it. But if you don't really need it, then that's really good, because the other way is the normal way that we're going to do it. So let's talk about having boxes like this. Remember this? So we'll divide it up, and we usually have 6 boxes, okay? So we'll start with an x, and what we're going to say is we'll have some instructions. We'll times by 2, we'll add 1, and we'll make that be 5. Okay, so what we're going to do now is figure out how to use this backtracking system to solve an equation. So we start with an x, then we're told to times it by 2, so we do. 2 times x, 2x. Then we're told to add 1, so we do that as well. 2x plus 1. Now this number here is what it equals. So 2x plus 1 equals 5, okay? That's what we're being told. Now whatever we did up the top here, we have to do the opposite down the bottom. So just like before when we said if you move anything to the other side of the equal sign, you do the opposite of what it is. That's sort of what this is showing you. So instead of plus 1, we're going to minus 1. So we had 5, we're going to minus 1, we get 4. Instead of times 2, we're going to divide by 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. So x equals 2. That's what this is showing us, okay? Let's have another go using the same system, okay? So this time let's start with a y, okay? Now let's go times 5, and let's go plus 2, and we'll make this 12. No, let's not. Oh yeah, we'll make it 12, whatever. Okay, so times by 5. So the first step we do is times it by 5. Then we're told to add 2. So let's do that. Add 2. And we're told that it equals 12. Now let's start doing the opposite of what was done at the top. So instead of plus 2, we have minus 2. So we end up with 10. 12 minus 2 is 10. We add times 5. Let's do divide by 5. 10 divided by 5 is 2. So y equals 2. I made it equal the same thing each time, which is a bit annoying, but anyway, you get the point. Let's do one that's slightly different to that one now, okay? Gosh, I'm still so wonky on this thing. Okay, so let's have a go at doing something that looks like this. So we'll have x, then we'll have a plus 3, and we'll have a times 3. Let's do that. So this time we're told to plus 3 first. So let's do that, x plus 3. Then we're told to times by 3. Now we can't just stick a 3 out the front and say 3x plus 3, because we actually need to times this whole thing by 3, okay? So we need to write it like this, because we're multiplying this whole bit by 3, which is what this is telling us. Oh, and I haven't given you an answer, have I? Let's make it 21. Okay. So what we're going to do now is do the opposite of what we did at the top. So we're going to start with a divide this time. So 21 divided by 3 is 7, and up here we had plus 3, so let's make it minus 3. So 7 minus 3 is 4, so x must equal 4. Okay, so be careful about brackets, okay? Make sure you understand what order it's going in. Whatever you're told to do here, you actually have to do it to this whole thing, all right? So be really careful, because sometimes that can be a little bit tricky. That's probably all I want to show you with the backtracking. If you've got more questions, make sure you ask, but this is just another way to try and help you understand how algebra works. So whatever you do at the top, do the opposite at the bottom. Same thing when you're writing out the equations. Whatever you do to one side of the equal sign, if you're moving something, you have to do the opposite of what it is on the other side, okay?